E-bikes are great fun on natural trails. Combine a battery and a motor, you're gonna have a good time. Sometimes Mother Nature can put horrible things in our way, taking the flow out that trail, be it rocks, roots, steps, things like that. Today, you're gonna be looking at a few techniques and how to conquer them, keep that flow and maximize your fun out on the trails. So before we even get started, one vital bit of information I want to give to you is looking ahead on that trail, be it uphill or downhill, it all applies the same. If you're going downhill, you really want to be looking 4 or 5 bike lengths in front of you, spreading that radar, picking up on stumps, low branches, rocks, and just looking at your line before you even get there, preempting the trail is really important. Because if you don't, I guarantee you something's going to catch you out quick. You need to keep that head up. If you're riding uphill as well, just keep an eye out again, get that radar going, pick a line before you get there. Think about what power mode you're in, think about what gear you're in. Just preempt the trail before it preempts you and does something pretty nasty. When we're out on the trail, we can usually find lots of technical trail features. We're talking rock steps, roots, things that can really take that speed out of you on the trail. But if you harness that power of your e-bike, you can overcome those features quite easily and maintain that flow further on down the trail. So there's a few different ways to tackle these steps. One of my favorites is the power wheelie. Even if you can't wheelie, this skill is pretty easy once you're out on the trail. Basically, we come in at a slow speed with our bad foot forward. So it's a foot that you don't naturally ride forward with when you're riding, coasting along. You have that bad foot forward, and as you come to the obstacle, rotate that half crank whilst jabbing some power through the crank to harness that e-bike's motor power, getting your weight back, lifting that front wheel nice and smooth over the top of that root, keeping your weight back, and as that back wheel hits the root, it'll bring that front wheel down and ride away smoothly. So one of my favorites is using like the step-up technique. With the e-bike, it's got that power on tap, so we've got a corner just coming into it, but with the e-bike, we can just get that power down straight away, hit this upslope like kind of like a takeoff, and land basically at the top of it. The way we do that is coming in, squashing the bike down like a jump, loading that suspension up, then letting that all explode up into the air, harnessing the suspension's energy, and meeting the top of that landing nice and smooth. So to make that trail work even faster for you, the worst way to do it is basically riding into that. You're gonna hit your front wheel, then your back wheel is gonna hit, your suspension's gonna squash, and it's gonna take all that energy out of the trail. The best way to do it is to come in with the step-up technique, and that's gonna inject the fastest speed into that trail. A really good way of getting extra speed on that trail is pumping. You don't need to just sit on that e-bike spinning a gear going up and down. If you get out of the saddle, pump that train up and down, really enhancing that weight of the e-bike going up and down over those bumps. It's going to increase your speed. It's also going to give you and your motor a rest too. So this is another mountain bike classic. This is the over jump. It's injecting too much speed into that trail. What you will find on a lot of trails is nice downslopes. If you inject too much speed on the entry, you're going to end up sailing past that downslope to flat. And flat means no energy from you or your bike upon landing. It really takes that speed out of you. So what you need to do is pre-jump. Pre-jump is basically a bunny hop before a downslope. Just obviously if you're coming in hot, you need to adjust your speed. So further back if you're going really fast, or closer if you're going slow. What we do is come in, bunny hop up into the air, launch nose dive, like pump the downslope as hard as you can, really pump that downslope for maximum speed, go light out of it, and you will be surprised how much speed that'll inject into that trail. So like we've talked about in the video already, anytime that your bike is contacting roots, rocks, anything that's going to hit your wheels and suspension to slow you down, it's going to take vital seconds out of your run down that track. So basically we flipped it around, we're heading down the hill this time. What we've got in front of me here is a nasty little section. Basically we've got a smooth takeoff, but if we roll down it, we've got a root and rock, things that could, slide out, disturb the flow of that trail. So what we're going to do now is actually just inject a little bit more speed into that takeoff, and will allow the bike to actually glide straight over the top of those obstacles, allowing you obviously just to inject a hell of a lot more speed in, a lot more flow, and you're not going to crash. If you can do this, it's going to be a hell of a lot faster. Obviously, if you do this technique, be aware that your exit speed is going to probably be 2 or 3 times faster than just rolling down it. So just look ahead, make sure you're committed to any corner and any obstacle that's going to cause you any trouble out on the trail. So looking at the trail here, we have 2 lines. You've got a low line, which is a slower line. It's got big roots that go down the hill, wanting you to slide down. It's got big roots that are going to cause you to catch your pedals if you're pedaling on it. It's going to be a slower line. But what I have noticed is a nice high line. It's off camber though, so off camber can be quite tricky to ride. The way we ride off camber is coming into it with a bit more speed and a hell of a lot of commitment. Tend to look forward past the nasty stuff as well. If you see a root going down the hill, don't lock in and visualize onto it because it will slide. If you look past it, commit. Good footwork as well is an essential part, so you need your inside pedal high. If you've got it low, it's obviously danger of clipping those roots and things like that, because the bottom bracket's going to be tilted into the hill as well, sort of leaning the bike. So if that pedal is low, it's going to strike, going to cause you problems. So just make sure that inside pedal is high. We go through, we're just cornering, making sure the edge of the tyre is really biting in, leaning your upper body, and as I say, lifting that inside pedal is critical. One of the key parts of riding it off camber is not to pedal. As I say, that inside pedal you need up in the air. If you do pedal, you're going to pedal strike, going to cause that back end to fire out, cause you to crash, the wheels are going to slide out. It's just going to make it really nasty. So just make sure you come in with a lot more speed, enough speed to comfortably roll through that section. If you do those points, you're going to be flying along the off camber and flying past your mates. And this trail is going to seem 3 times faster than usual. Really good way of increasing that speed out on the trail is to find a feature like this. Basically, we've got 1 takeoff and 1 foot, 2 foot, the next sort of 6 feet is a flat landing. But if I look further down the trail, I can actually see a landing which goes right down onto the fire road. So if I hit this takeoff with increased speed, pop it and land nicely down in that landing, I'm going to be going twice, maybe 3 times as fast down the trail after it. So what I've done by hitting that takeoff faster is actually missed out this whole section of trail. In this bit of trail, there's roots, rocks, and it's going to make me go light as I land onto the fire road. If I land flat, I'm going to compress the suspension, then it's going to go light again as I go into the drop. Just going to make the whole section a lot less flowing. So if you hit it with the speed, just get to that landing, pump it, and it's actually going to make that trail flow 100 times better. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video on how to ride your natural trails faster on your e-bike. If you've enjoyed it, please check out how to add style to your riding with Steve Gill up here. Also check out how pro riders learn tricks safely here. Also don't forget to drop us some comments below, give us a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to EMBN.